Hi there, this is James from Wheel over here in sunny Finland, and you are listening to May Contain Metal.
All right! Thanks, James, in Finland from Wheel there.
Thanks James. I didn't realise the Finnish accent is very similar to our own.
Yeah, it's very British. But
Yeah.
What Wheel was that, Si?
That's the first wheel number 1 from last week. The winner.
Oh, the album of the week.
Wheel.
Album of the week winner. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Bloody hell, we've made it to episode 33. Would you
Woohoo!
believe it? Would you believe it? It's Sleep Attack! I think that's how we were saying it, isn't it? Sleep Attack!
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah. So, it's May Contain Metal. Here's the theme song.
Put up your feet, put on the kettle. What's the Grand Prix? Who's Sebastian Vettel? On metal. Other podcasts suck, so you have to settle for
May Contain Metal.
That's our theme song by our very good friends over in New York, Brutality. Thanks very much to them. Right, running order, Matt. Let's do it.
Yes. Brilliant.
This week, we are going to go for homework first this week.
Ooh, right at the beginning.
Right at
Brilliant.
the start. Get the shit bit out of the way. So homework was what is the best metal music video? And a bunch of you have sent some stuff in, so we'll go through that and tell you what our favourites are. And then new releases. This week we're talking about new releases from Pain of Truth and Age of Apocalypse.
Split.
It's a split. Liquid Tension Experiment.
Ooh.
Cannibal Corpse. Hail the Sun. What noise are you doing for that? Ooh. Fear
basking in the sun.
Fear Factory.
Yeah,
Very good. Colonial Wound.
Yeah.
That's very colonial.
Yeah.
Ghost Iris.
Ooh.
Yeah, had to be. Death Chant.
Death.
Yeah, great. This is a great
Yeah.
new way of doing new releases. We'll do it every week. Then we will crown one of them Album of the Week.
Yes.
Then we will go on to our Hot Sauce segment with Lou from Lou's Brews.
Yep. Should I say what sauce it is now?
Yeah,
or
I'd
later?
love that. I'd love that.
It's the Arctangent hot sauce.
Yeah, great news. That's a lovely
Very good. Yeah,
that's quite a fruity one, isn't it? The Arctangent hot
It
sauce.
is, yeah.
hot
We'll
sauce,
find out all about that later.
We will. Can't
Yum,
wait.
yum.
Cannot
Yum.
wait. Then we've sandwiched a kind of admin adverts thing in the middle. So we'll give you some admin in an advert styly. That'll be fun.
Advert min.
Advert min. Then messages. Then band name generator. Then my favourite bit. It's bedtime. That's specific to
Bedtime.
me and Matt, not the listener.
So-
Depends what time you're listening.
The podcast should last another 8 hours of just us sleeping noises.
Ooh, I think that's a terrible idea. But let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it anyway. We never stop on terrible ideas and go, nope, let's...
Yeah, you always got to try them out because
carry
some
'em
of them
on.
might stick. You never know.
Carry them all on. Homework!
Best metal music video.
Yeah, so we had some listeners chime in with this one.
That's great. Thanks, guys.
That's
Thanks,
good.
everyone.
That's what we want. So, have you got the listeners?
I've got the list
haven't got
of
their
the
names.
listeners. I haven't written their names down simply because...
Oh well.
I
You know
didn't-
who you are.
Simply
if
because
you're
I
listening.
didn't write them down, and I'm not going to go and get them now. But yeah, you know who you are.
Yeah.
So from the listener, someone called out Slipknot Spit It Out.
That's the one where very early on, and they were doing the Shining.
Yeah, it was a
type
Shining
stuff.
thing. But the rest of the video is just them sort of playing live, but not really sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They,
bit
they don't even match up the live bit.
jittery camera work, yeah.
Yeah,
It's got
don't even match
a tiny Shining theme to it, but not really that consistent.
up throughout.
And then
But-
Red Fang Wires. That's a really good video.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Premise of Wires is they get a check for a music video, which is the premise of a lot of their music videos, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
They get a check for $5,000 to make a music video, and they spend the money on stupid stuff, basically. And then they end up driving into some stuff.
Yeah.
Cradle of Filth. From
from
the Cradle to Enslave. See what they've done there?
Yep.
Did you watch that, Matt?
He even introed it. Was that part of the video?
I
He
think
was
I think it might have been taken out of when
This-
bands used to do those like raw and uncut behind the scenes
Right.
type things.
Yeah. So this is the
Some
video
videos.
how you're meant to see it with all the
gore
with all the
bits.
fannies and the boobies
Yeah,
And
and the blood.
and the blood. 27 gallons of it.
Yeah, something
So-
along those lines.
I saw that. That was not not my cup of tea.
It was quite. It had sort of three elements to it. It had Cradle of Filth playing. It had some weird kind of small people with funny faces,
Yeah, the small
and then
people,
it
funny
had
faces.
a sort of tits thing as well. Those
Yeah.
three, the holy triumvirate. Yeah, it was interesting.
Up next, Eyes Distance. I've never seen that video before, and that was a corker.
I think it's one of my favourites. So thank you
Ooh,
to.
is that on
whoever
your
submitted
favourite
that.
list? Is that
It's
on your
not. I
favourite
didn't put it on my
now?
list, but I love Eyes Distance. That's a great video.
Yeah, very good.
Check it out. The premise is that they're playing, but they're
Well, it's-
not really that into it.
The beginning sort of reminded me of when Nirvana did Top of the Pops, where they weren't. They were kind of pretending to play a little bit, but I think they would play. But yeah, it was. And then they did a little dance at the end.
Yeah, the dance was awesome.
choreographed dance. But yeah, that was great. I was just before the dance come in. I was like, oh no, this is good, but it's
Bit samey.
There's not. Yeah, and then the dance came in, and I was like, ka-ching!
Yeah.
Yep. Well
Big
done,
payoff.
Eyes. Well
Huge
done,
payoff
Eyes.
there, Eyes. Thanks.
Yeah, it worked out.
Gaera? How do you say that? Gaera? Gaerea. Null. Is the name of the song.
Gar.
Null.
No.
You didn't like this, did you? This video?
I didn't think it was up there with the videos that are like
The best.
videos. I mean, I didn't not like it. If I was watching Scuzz and it came on, I'd be like, oh, this is a nice, well made video.
It's very
it wasn't-
arty, very
Yeah,
stylized.
it wasn't like a bad video, but
Not
it
much
wasn't-
happens, I
don't think it was
suppose.
up. Yeah, it's kind of red sometimes and white sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's got like sort of that new thing where people pour paint onto water and it kind of makes it all misty. And yeah, it was fine. It was well made.
Okay. It was a
well
pretty good
made.
song though. I thought the song
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Oh yeah, it was a great song.
They passed me by. They had an album out mid last year, and I recognised the album cover when I looked at it, but I'd never listened to it. But that song I really liked. I'm gonna go back and check out.
But very well made video.
Yeah,
and
super
very
well made
arty,
video.
So, yeah.
But they were all playing with bags on their heads, which is
Yeah.
unrealistic because of
Bags
course you can't see
often tell
the
you
bag on
not
your head.
to do that.
Bags, or bags often come with a sort of "don't put me on your head" warning.
Yeah. Don't put a baby in me and don't put me on your head.
Yeah, and don't put
Those-
me on a baby's head or a toddler's head or a child's head.
Don't put multiple babies in me and then me in a washing machine.
That's another one. That's bags
That's another
often say
warning.
when you get a bag, they tell you that.
Because those warnings usually have to come from somebody actually doing it previously.
They tested a lot of things. I think after a while you
yeah.
can kind of just assume that it would be bad to do some things and then stick that on the
Yeah.
label.
I think so. People are dumb though.
That's very true. Sepultura. Ratamahatatahatabataratata.
Yeah, I remember this one coming out.
This is a
Very
classic.
Classic. Yep. The is it stop motion? Type?
Yeah, it's a stop motion thing. It's a little bit like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
You know the sort of mask, witch doctory mask thing. It's like if he had a little side story.
Yeah. It was where he had a bit less fun.
Yeah, like a spin-off from Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot.
A bit of a darker spin-off.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
That's a really good video. And I feel like it would
Yeah,
have taken
that
a
is
long time
wicked.
to make because those stop motion things, they famously take a long time to make, don't they?
That was back in the day when they put money into videos and time.
Yeah. No, massively.
Yeah.
They were a big
There
thing
is-
back then.
I guess YouTube is everything now, isn't it? YouTube is everything.
That's
now.
that's how they market themselves.
Yeah. Do it for YouTube.
What you shouldn't do, YouTube also says don't put YouTube on a baby. Don't put a baby on
Yeah.
YouTube. Don't put
Don't
multiple
put
babies
YouTube
on
in a
YouTube
bag.
in a bag in a washing machine.
So don't do any of that. Up next, Mastodon Deathbound. So it starts off with a nice little intro and then turns into Muppets.
Yeah, sort of a Muppet massacre.
Yeah.
In a way.
This is very good.
Muppets that explode and then get crushed and things.
Yeah.
That was made in conjunction with Adult Swim. Don't know if you knew that.
I bet. They,
You bet on it.
yeah. I would have bet on it.
But, you would have been correct.
I love a bit of Adult Swim.
Yeah, me too.
They did the themes, the opening sequence song video for Aqua Teen Hunger Force, the movie.
Mastodon did, yeah.
Which was a great video as well.
Yeah.
They were like a hot dog and a nacho and a popcorn being in the cinema. Yeah, telling you not to use your phones and stuff.
Or not to put popcorn on a baby.
In a bag.
In a bag, in a microwave and a washing machine. Last one someone submitted was Judas Priest, Locked In. Which is sort of like a camp Mad Max type thing.
What? More camp than Mad Max?
As I said that, I realised Mad Max is fairly camp, isn't it? Very leather-clad people in a wasteland, and there's some mad people and a skeleton thing, like a sort of weird skeleton character that pops up.
Yeah. It was a little bit Duran Duran at points.
Yeah, it was.
So they were good. What was your favourite from that lot?
I like the eyes one. I think the eyes one is awesome. Yeah, I love that.
Eyes was a lot of fun, but I'm going to go into mine because what my actual one I put on it before is actually on the fucking list. So it was Red Fang Wires.
Oh yeah,
I love that video.
Oh, that was in your personal list as well.
Yeah, so that sort of goes along with Arrows, their newest song, has one where they chop everything with a katana. Prehistoric Dog, where they get very drunk and go fight people with doing like a reenactment, sort of like a war reenactment type thing. They go fight them, and Shadows as well. But yeah, Red Flag Wires, like you said, they get a $5,000 check and they spend it all on destroying things in their video, and then you see the tally of the money going down and down and down every time they buy a thing. The first one was cashing check fee. But yeah, the price just keeps going down, and yeah, bloody brilliant song as well.
You should go for a drink with Mark Ernesto Freno, who submitted that one in the list. I feel like you get on. You both like that video a lot.
You've gone quiet a little bit.
Oh, I think I've only gone quiet on your Zoom.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Okay.
So other videos, I wrote down a few that came into my head.
Go on. What have you got?
Check them out. So Rob Zombie, Dragula.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realise until I watched that video after also Googling best metal music videos that his Dragula is like a car.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
The lyrics kind of give it away.
Well, I've never really listened to the lyrics apart from Dragula, which I thought was like a sort of Dracula but in drag. I thought it was about like RuPaul's Drag Race, but a sort of vampire drag artist. I didn't realise it was about like a car.
Fun little story about that as well, as you brought it up. So the car is based off of Munster's car.
Oh yeah.
So it's like a replica of a Munster's car, but that wasn't the car that was actually called the Dragula within the bloody video.
No way.
There was
what
another
a great
car,
fact this is.
There was another car in the Munsters that was actually called the Dragula, which was made out of a coffin.
Oh, I feel like I remember that.
Yeah, and then and the car that he uses wasn't the Dragula at all. So,
wow.
Little fun
That
fact.
is what a wonderful fact that is.
I know. A lot of facts
We should have
today.
opened with that. That's brilliant.
Big fact. I really liked when it came out. Whiskey in the Jar, Metallica. They just trash a house party.
Oh, nice. I've not seen that video. That sounds good.
That's pretty good. Korn, Follow the Leader.
Is that a cartoony one?
Well, it starts off cartoony, and then the bullet goes through the cartoon.
Oh, yeah. The bullet goes through
carries
loads
on-
of stuff, doesn't it?
Carries on going through
Oh,
everything.
that's really good, actually. I forgot
That was
about
a lot of fun. And something else that I used to like in the old days of music TV was Tool,
Yeah.
Stinkfist.
Yeah, I wrote
Crazy
that one
old
down.
Stinkfist. Yeah, that was a corker.
I had Stinkfist and Schism. I wrote down both very good.
Ooh, yeah, very good. So do you want to go? Oh, I've got a little nugget.
Oh yeah, go on.
The worst is Devin Townsend Animals.
Oh, is it really bad? Why is it so bad?
And he basically did a lockdown music video before lockdowns, and I'm in it.
What? What do you mean you're in it?
I'm in it at 1 minute 54 seconds.
Whoa! Are you
Yeah.
out of it at 1 minute 55 seconds?
There's maybe 3 seconds. Yeah,
Okay,
but I'm in it. I'm in it in the back of a van.
great.
So with a rabbit driving the van. I'm
What, you were in
dressed
the
as
back of a van with Devin Townsend whilst a rabbit drove the van?
No, Devin Townsend wasn't there.
Ah.
It was like a submission video.
Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah.
how did you find a rabbit that was willing to drive the van?
Well, I knew a guy.
Yeah, okay.
So that's my list.
Good list. What's your favourite on your list? What do you think's the best? Is it the Red Fang one, Wires?
I really love the Red Fang videos. And I
Nice.
think Wise is like tops them. Yeah.
So
I'm going with Red Fang.
Nice. I had Sweating Bullets, Megadeth.
Yes.
Yeah, there's multiple Mustaines.
So many. I think there was too many Mustaines.
Too many
if anything.
Mustaines for me, yeah. Anthrax
One
Madhouse.
was too many for Metallica.
Hey! Very true. Anthrax Madhouse is
Ooh,
pretty good.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
Lots of very bad acting in that video. Tool, Schism, and Stinkfist. Two that I found that I didn't know about before. A band called Low, just L-O exclamation mark. So I guess it's Low! The song is called Orca, and it's like a standard music video where the band just play. But the drummer and guitarist and bassist, I think there's maybe those people in the band, all wearing like really black, almost hazmat suits with gas masks on, and the singer is in a pool of pink paint, and then he rises out of the paint. The paint, the pink paint pool, and he rises out of the pink paint pool. And then he's dripping in this pink paint. It's like this contrast between them all dressed in black and him in bright pink, and it looks fucking awesome. It's really good, and the song is amazing. And they are not very well known, I don't think. They've got like 800 listens on Spotify. And
Oh, wow.
I'm going to check out their most recent album, which is about 4 years old now. But sounds like it's going to be awesome, so I'm looking forward to that. That's
Put this in the playlist. Put this in the playlist.
It'll all be in the playlist. And then the last one.
The video playlist.
Oh, yeah, I'll
YouTube.
check it on the video playlist.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Job for a Cowboy, a song called Tarnished Gluttony, which is a 9-minute video in which a man carries a young boy of probably like 5 years old or 6 years old into a forest. We presume the boy is dead, I think.
Okay.
He finds a tree bark, like a tree that's fallen down. He smashes the bark open. In the bark are 2 octopi, which he then pulls out of the tree bark and like leaves on the floor. He then cuts open the boy, pulls all of the boy's entrails out, stuffs octopus pie into, not octopus pie, that's something very different, it's delicious. Octopi into the boy instead of his guts and organs, sews him back up, carries him out to sea and lets him float away, and that's the whole video.
Sounds incredible.
It's really bizarre.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Big fan.
But I think out of those, my favourite is the Low one, just because I'd never heard of Low. The song's great, and the video is just quite mesmerising, even though it's just the band playing, because it's so like well shot and it's really, really cool.
Well,
so yeah,
I'm looking forward to listening to that.
Yeah, great. So
and watching it.
And well, yeah, definitely watch it because it's a video. What we saying? Does one of us win, or was that it? Just had a discussion, really, didn't we?
It was more of we just did homework of looking at music videos.
Discussed our homework. And
imagine if your homework back in the olden days was just go watch a bunch of music videos.
It probably is
you like.
Probably is in media studies.
Oh yeah, good point.
Like Mickey Mouse subject. Right, next week. Next week, I reckon we should do for homework, and we'll stick it out on the gram so you guys can all chip in. Most embarrassing metal moments.
Ooh, so like if not a metal moment, but when the Janet Jackson's boob fell out.
Yeah. Although I feel like the outside of her bra was made of metal. I feel like she had sort of
that's quite
wasn't
metal.
there like surrounding the
metal.
boob. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't she have a nipple piercing as well? That's metal.
That's metal as well.
I think she did.
So,
Could be wrong.
so that was metal. We could have used that. No.
So you can't use that now. So other embarrassing metal moments, either metal the genre or metal the material. It can be either.
And I don't know if we mentioned it properly, but we put all the music videos we mentioned in a bloody playlist because we love playlists, and it's on our YouTube channel. If you go find that, and it's one of the playlists. The other one is all of the episodes of this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah.
So if you
Check
enjoyed watching about 10 music videos, which will probably take almost an hour of your time, why not listen to 30 hours of a podcast? Very similar, as entertaining, I would say.
Yeah,
that's what you should
do. Homework.
That's what you do at home.
Right, it's time for new releases.
Okay, new releases. Love a new release. This week, I've been listening to The Pain of Truth, Age of Apocalypse Split.
It's a split.
Record. Yep. It's out on Streets of Hate. There's only 4 songs. It's 10 minutes long. They're a couple of Northeast America, not our Northeast, hardcore bands. My standout track was Pain of Truth's Scarred, and here it is!
Afflicted, you were lost. Early from the start, your life was shattered, and you were cut. Stuck left to pick up the pieces of something that you didn't want. And I'll fucking blame you. You were smart enough to walk away and give up on your worthless self. Over the years,
And there it was.
There it was. So, it's great. Just four tracks, quick, easy listen. All bloody brilliant. Both bands. I didn't know of either band before, so both new bands to me. And they're very different while still having sort of the same... still got like breakdowns and everything, but like singing style is really different and everything. Like, so the first track of... Pain of Truth is like a classic chugging riff hardcore song. There's like sort of shared vocals, sort of like a hate-breedy breakdown, shouting "You're nothing" over. There was almost like a metalcore-y vibe at points as well. Next track is a bit faster, harder, scarred, like we just heard there. Brings more of like the thrashy elements of that I love about hardcore in. And yeah, it just sounded kind of like being at a kind of bar show. I can imagine a lot of beer being thrown around, spilled, a lot of people jumping off of things. Kind of made me really miss shows. So thanks guys.
I feel like there'd be quite a lot of people swinging their arms about and windmilling in front of the stage to this.
Yeah, like you'd be standing enjoying the time, and then you get a fist to the face,
fist in the head.
Lose your entire beer, but it will be fine because you're having a good time.
I thought you were going to say lose your
£7.
Lose your entire beard. Well, that is a particularly aggressive punch to the face.
Right off in my face. But Age of Apocalypse are a little bit different. They're a bit more doomy, I thought. So grief comes in, sort of rolls into greed, and there's a bit more high tempo bits on the last track of theirs. And there's still a lot of like hardcore underneath stuff. The vocals are a lot less aggressive than Pain of Truth. But yeah, I really liked both of these sides of the record as it was put out. But yeah, big fan. I put for fans of sort of Hatebreed, Biohazard, Sworn Enemy, and the singing of Age of Apocalypse was kind of almost like kill switch engagey singing bits a little bit. But no, I really enjoyed it. 3-word review. Couple of bangers, because both of the bands have "of" in their name and 3 words. So both that was to do with both bands. Yeah, so I really enjoyed that. Thanks a lot, guys. Good stuff.
Thanks, guys. I have been listening to Liquid Tension Experiment, an instrumental prog rock metal band from America. The album is very imaginatively titled Liquid Tension Experiment 3.
Because there's 3 of them.
Yeah, that's correct. 3 albums.
This is their first album, isn't it?
Absolutely not. The front cover looks like a crap music theory exercise book trying to be cool. It was released on the 16th of April on Inside Out Music. It is 4 weeks long, and my standout track is Rhapsody in Blue.
But here it isn't.
We can't play it because why would they let us do that? Rhapsody in Blue is like a sort of cover, a very extended cover of a George Gershwin track. You know, the one that goes na 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 na.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. That one.
I know that one.
You don't know what? It's that one.
Yeah.
So, Liquid Tension Experiment, for those of you who are not familiar, are comprised of John Petrucci, Jordan Rudess, and Mike Portnoy of Dream Theater, although Mike's not in the band anymore, but they were all in Dream Theater, and a guy called Tony Levin, who is on bass, and he was in King Crimson, if you know them. They first got together in 1998. That was Liquid Tension Experiment. And then the second album, 1999, Liquid Tension Experiment 2. And then 22 years later, they've released this one. And if you're into that sort of thing, like if you like Dream Theater, but you don't like James LeBrie, the vocalist, then you're probably going to love this, because it's very, very Dream Theater in lots of tracks, but just sort of instrumental versions. Starts with Hypersonic, which is very Dream Theater and really, really good. There's one called Beating the Odds, which is a little bit cheesy and sounds a bit like a backing track from a guitar magazine. You know, when you have to play along to something. Starts like that. But it's got loads of widdly bits like most of the album does. Then there's a slow one that sounds like the sort of thing you listen to when you're having a massage. And then another Dream Theater-y one called The Passage of Time that's really good. Then a weird thing called Chris and Kevin's Amazing Odyssey, which as a title really annoys me because it's just lame. It's like a bunch of dads have got together and made an album and gone, oh, it's cool one, Chris and Kevin's Amazing Odyssey. It's like, ooh, rubbish. That's a bit fillery. Then there's my standout track, Rhapsody in Blue, which is 9 days long. Then there is another massage one that sounds like you're having a massage, and then a Dream Theater one.
Did you have massages to these?
I actually really hate massages, but these sound like the sort of thing that we'd be playing in a massage parlor. A couple of these,
right? Yeah, I hate them too.
Yeah, all of that.
Don't touch me.
That's MC Hammer, isn't it?
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't go to the massage parlor then, MC.
Mr. Hammer. Good burger. So all of that I just mentioned, that lasts for about 2 weeks, and then there's disc 2, which has another 5 tracks.
No, there isn't.
All of which are about a day and a half long, and it's all very similar. The whole thing is full of loads of solos, time signature changes, widdly bits, very proggy, very, very impressive, little bit cheesy in places. Couldn't hold my attention for the full 4-week runtime. But if you like Dream Theater but don't like James LeBrie, I think you'll probably be into it. Fun fact for you, John Petrucci, the guitarist, once played a solo so fast that his fingers broke the speed of light, went back in time, and killed Jimi Hendrix.
That is a fun fact.
Something I found on Reddit that is almost definitely not true. For fans of Dream Theater and and Jordan Rudess, who's the keyboard guy, and John Petrucci. Their solo stuff is, I guess, a bit similar. My 3-word review is not 3 words, but my 3-word review is, can I get the cheese board but no brie? There you go. That's
very good.
Liquid Tension Experiment. It'll be on the playlist.
So I've been listening to Cannibal Corpse, Violence Unimagined. It came out April 16th on Metal Blade. It's 11 songs, 43 minutes long, death metal from America. They were originally from Buffalo, New York, where your favourite guys are from.
Yes.
My standout track is Condemnation Contagion. There's a bloody sick riff in there. And no, it's not there. It's not there. But so Cannibal Corpse, The Bleeding was one of my favourite albums in the sort of mid-90s. I even did a cover in a school assembly of one of the tracks from The Bleeding. And you know, they've been around for 33-ish years, and this album still sounds bloody fresh, relevant, angry, tight as hell, nasty as fuck. It's got a touch of their album The Kill to it, like sound wise, because but yeah, it's really good. Follow the Blood has a really cool standouty solo, and there's like some really nice bass stuff in there as well. I think they've got a new guitarist, guy that was in Morbid Angel, has joined for this album. So I guess there's a little bit fresh writing style in there. But yeah, the artwork is cool as well. I read it's supposed to be a mother eating its own baby, not putting it in a bag, eating it. But the mother in this is a big-mouthed, toothy, white-haired woman with bright red eyes. So not your average mum. I put for fans of.
I don't know if you've been to Lidl in Hackney. I think it is your average mum.
Okay, yeah, good point. I try not to go to that Lidl.
Because of all the mums in there.
So many mums. Terrifying me mums. For fans of Deicide, Vader, Morbid Angel, Cannibal Corpse, I think they're like the benchmark death band for a lot of people. 3-word review is because I really like it, and it's very Cannibal Corpsey, and it's kind of got like it's still kind of a modern feel to it and stuff. So I've got Have Your Corpse and Eat It.
Oh, that's very, very good. That's
very good.
Very clever. Yeah. Well done.
Fun little fact, George Fisher, the singer, Corpse Grinder, his name's Corpse Grinder, he is obsessed with playing grab arm machines. Do you know those where it goes and then it picks up a teddy?
But yeah, well, it picks up a teddy 1% of the time, yeah.
Yeah,
it gropes a teddy every now and again.
But is obsessed with them, and he tours around the world. So wherever he goes, he tries to find a grab arm machine, collects all the teddies, and gives them to charity. Gives them to small children.
That's
around.
Incredible.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of what I would imagine Corpse Grinder to do in his spare time.
Corpse Grinder from Cannibal Corpse. So yeah. Good stuff there. I'm a big fan. Listen to it a lot this week. You been listening to anything else?
I thought you'd never ask. I've been listening to the new album from Hail the Sun. They are a post-hardcore band from Chico in California. Chico. That's how.
What a place.
That's how they say it, probably.
Chico.
The album is called New Age Filth. It came out on the 16th of April on Rude Records. 34 minutes long. My standout track is Parasitic Cleanse.
And we don't have that one either.
We can't play it. But it will be on the playlist, so go and check it out. It's pretty good. Hail the Sun, they're post-hardcore. I mean, a lot of post-hardcore is kind of samey. I'm going to read you a little bit of the blurb from the Spotify, their Spotify blurb. They continue to push what is known as post-hardcore into realms that both your metal friend will love and you can show your grandma.
Ooh.
I could go on to list what inspires them, their hardships, their influences, etc. But why? There's absolutely nothing that could be said to fully rein in what the band is, so you just have to listen. That's what it says. But yeah,
Cool.
they sound like a bunch of other post-hardcore bands with a high-pitched singer, a bit of screaming, some sort of jagged, jangly guitars, and some melodic choruses and stuff. The guitars and solos and stuff, some of the tracks sound a bit Mars Volta-y when they kick off. Well, one track sounds a bit like... There's a track called Misfire that sounds like the start of a Mars Volta track. I really like it.
Best?
I think this is a great album. I really enjoyed it. I've listened to it quite a few times, but I like my post-hardcore. It's only 34 minutes, which is great. Do you know why that is,
That's
Matt?
a great length.
Why is 34 minutes great?
I don't know. Because
I didn't get bored.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, I've listened to it a few times. I really enjoyed it. The drummer, fun fact for you, the drummer is also the vocalist.
Like Genesis.
Very similar in a way, which means they are probably very boring to watch live. For fans of
Genesis.
Dance Gavin Dance, or Dance Gavin Dance, depending on where you're from, Circa Survive, or Kirka Survive, depending on where you're from, and Lower Definition, or Lower Definition. 3-word review for Hail the Sun. This is really bad, this one.
Yes.
Bright and summery. That's what I put down.
That works.
It's quite a bright
I gave
album.
It a listen,
It's
and
called Hail the Sun.
Bright and summery.
Got a bit of a summery vibe to it.
I can imagine sitting in a park with a Pims listening to that.
If you like post-hardcore, I think it's up there with some very good post-hardcore type albums. So yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Singles.
Reveal yourself.
Right, I've been listening to some singles as well. Imagine that.
Me too.
I've been listening to. If you've been listening from the beginning, this is a very exciting single for me.
Beginning of the podcast rather than the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. The beginning of the podcast.
The series.
It's my new band.
No,
I didn't get the job. Well, I don't know. I've not received the call yet. It's Fear Factory and their new song Disruptor. And I think it starts off really brutal. It's pretty catchy. It feels like this song in particular is maybe more Digimortal sounding Fear Factory. Is because it's like it's quite neat. It's quite the clean bits are very clean. I'm not sure if Burton's got some old auto tune on his voice there, but no, I feel like he was telling us something in the lyrics as well. His shouts, "I refuse." So Dino's probably like, "Just do the bloody song." He's like, "I refuse." He's like, and then he actually shouts out loud throughout the song that I am the disruptor, and he, it turns out he did disrupt a lot, didn't he? And he's no longer in the band. So and then he shouts no regrets. So no regrets. And he says follow your own way. So I feel he was
giving them a hint, wasn't he?
Giving everyone a hint. But I've always loved Fear Factory. Got a spot for him, and I thought this was really good. But yeah, it sounded more oldie Digimortal Fear Factory than all the others. But
I liked it. I thought it starts off great. I think the chorusy bits are a little bit cheesy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Digimortal era, and it's the guitar tone is really fucking good as well. The tone is and we could play some, can't we?
We can.
So yeah, if you don't know if you haven't heard it yet, it's not exclusive because it's been out a week. But here it is. I refuse to pledge allegiance. Ceremony of deception. Psychotic propaganda. I'm predator to the prey. I refuse.
Hey, near it was.
There it was.
What else have we been listening to? A Colonial Wound, which is a real. It's a good name for a band, I guess, but it's sort of like, it's like they've just taken two random words and chucked them together, but they're not like just that good words. Colonial Wound.
Maybe they did band name generator.
It feels like they might have done. But it's an EP. It's got 3 tracks. It's about 10 minutes long. It's called Degradation. Kind of sludgy hardcore. Really good. I love this. I thought this was great. I feel like it was too short, if anything.
Yeah, good. They should do an album.
Yeah, they should do one of those things called an album.
Full album, please, guys. Next time. I think that's how it works. Do you reckon any band out there's just released EPs, never a full album?
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely some bands who've done that. The really new ones.
No, I didn't mean that.
Sorry.
I meant ones that were popular and lasted.
I don't think so.
I've been listening to Ghost Iris Cult. If you don't know who Ghost Iris are, I think we mentioned the song before. Here it is!
And there it was.
That was
and the last thing on our list of singles this week, a band called Death Chant.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of fuzzy rock and roll kind of thing. It's really good. It's called Holy Roller. Holy Roller.
I'd say it was pretty cool. Don't you know?
Yeah, I'd say it was pretty cool.
It was cool.
I feel like the fact that you've said that means that you're not cool, but
Yeah.
No, it was pretty bloody cool, man.
It's pretty bloody cool.
Yeah. Really, really good song. I wish we could play some, but we can't, sadly. But check it out. It'll be on the playlist, Death Chant Holy Roller. That's new releases.
So that means only one thing. I get McMouty out of the hut. And smash him on the desk while we
thump
decide
him into the desk.
What bloody album is going to win. So here it goes. I'm going to do it now. Album of the week. Don't call Peter or whatever PETA, PETA. Don't call them. So here we go.
Or the RSPB. The album of the week this week goes to Cannibal Corpse. Violence Unimagined.
Well done, guys. You win the trophy. We'll send that straight.
We'll send it through to you. All you got to do is send us your address. We'll send it over.
We'll just come and get it. Come and get it from our houses.
We'll come and get it.
I've got the wooden back bit, and Simon's got the metal, like golden.
Yes,
carpet.
you've got it. It's like a quest. You've got to go and collect both bits to create the trophy. I've also got a pretty cool mechanical. Is it mechanical hand machine? What is it that he likes? Corpse grinder.
Oh, a grabber, a grab arm machine.
I'm pretty grabby. So come on down, pick up your trophy.
So yeah, that was album of the week. Album of the week.
Hot sauce.
That brings us on to a hot song section. Hot sauce.
I'm excited already.
We're back. We're back with another hot sauce. This week we've got Hot Sauce by Arctangent and Lou's Brews. Hey Lou, how did this come about?
Well, let me tell you. This one actually came around because I don't know. We the band are playing Pigeon. Frequenters of Arctangent. We've played the last 5 years or something silly. Yeah, we were big fans of it. And James, one of the organisers, just messaged me, asked if I'd be interested in doing a sauce. So I did a sauce.
It's that easy. All you have to do is message Lou and you can get a sauce done. That's how it works.
Well,
I did.
That's what we figured out.
We'll be messaging you after this podcast. I saw that you had a naming competition with this, on Arctangent's Twitter.
That's right, yeah.
Could you remember any like really bad names that you wanted to go for but didn't?
I wanted to go with Deluged in the Crematorium. Because
yeah, that's great. Yeah.
And they love Mars Volta and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And
I
they was
can't
like,
really
nope.
remember any ones. There were some dog awful ones. Have you got
could
any
have-
to hand?
You could have had.
No, I've got none written down. I thought you might have had some that was so bad that you was like, I'd like to go with this, but we probably can't.
Not that stay.
Sell
not that
that.
stay in my mind. No, I wish I remembered.
You could have
So-
had octahedron. Would that work? Hadron pepper.
Mm,
An octa.
Hadron.
Octopadron. Like Octahedron, the Mars Volta album.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just
Could
That was-
have done that.
Let's do a Mars Volta sauce. I noticed. So this has got a Carolina Reaper, red chili, red wine vinegar, lemon juice, black. It's got a mobile phone in it, a blackberry, red grape, cherry, blackcurrant, apple juice, salt, sugar. Our favorite ingredient, xanthan gum.
Gum.
Yeah. Classic.
So I see this has like the hottest chili so far, the Carolina Reaper.
Yeah,
Do
but
you have-
that was in there for that. It's not the hottest sauce.
No, yeah, I was going to say it's not, and I think all of the berries help sort of settle that down.
Oh,
do they?
100%. There's a shitload of berries in there, and it's really kind of like the sharpness as well as the sweetness really balanced it out. There's a fair amount of Carolina Reaper in there. It's just, as I said, yeah, it's the sharpness really balanced it out. The idea I wanted to go with it was because it's a festival. I wanted to make Strongbow dark fruits flavor.
It's very porry as well. It's almost like you could use it as a glaze or something.
Yeah, totally. It's a really. It's when I first tried it, I thought it had like I don't know. It tastes like dark fruit. It's almost like a strange tart flavor to it, but it's completely natural. I assure you all.
It's very
But the
delicious.
tang part is very much prominent there. This would make like a good sort of like smoothie, like
Spicy smoothie.
Yeah, this is really tasty, but it's very fruity as well. It's probably where I get most of my 5 a day in through this sauce. So you got anything about hot sauce?
Art tangent related, actually. Are you guys there this year?
We
In any
are
capacity?
there as Kirsty's Metal Hands if it goes ahead.
Nice.
Main stage in it. I'm excited.
Awesome.
Oh wow!
Anyone else you're looking forward to seeing there this year if you get to go there?
Yeah, loads of bands, but I can't remember off the top of my head. The Locust, if they're still playing.
I've never seen them
Oh,
live.
yeah.
I've never seen
Me
them.
neither. I was really gutted to have, obviously, for them not to have played, or no one to
Yeah.
have played.
They've never played the UK, have they? I thought it was like an exclusive, or maybe it was just an exclusive
Not
for that
sure.
year.
I've
definitely
certainly
never
never
seen
seen
them. Yeah, that's if
Um,
I guess if the American bands are allowed over by then.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. I'm really skeptical about all big festivals happening and if it will happen or not. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed. We shall see.
I hope it does. Have they let you have like a sauce tent? Can you like a gazebo of hot sauce?
I'm going to ask them. I'm certainly going to ask them. I've been holding off to see if it actually happens or not. But yeah, as soon as green lit, I'll drop them a line and ask because it makes sense, doesn't it? Just get a little sauce tent in the merch area. If not,
that'd be awesome.
I'll just slip it on our merch table.
So this one scored really high. This scored 38 out of 50. This was our number 2 sauce.
Number 2.
Wow.
Yeah,
Scored super high on both Heat and Ronseal, and we both gave it 5 out of 5 for music because you can't not really, can you?
Exactly.
It's such a good festival. So yeah, this was super high on the list. Absolutely delicious. Everyone should go and pick it up straight away.
That was the hot sauce for this week. That was Don't forget to pick up your hot sauces. Go to losebrews.co.uk, or you can go pick them up in person at McCall's in Manchester on Church Street.
I think it's time for an ad break, isn't it? We have a playlist.
No.
Yes.
Where is it?
If you go to our Instagram account at @MayContainMetalPod, on the story highlights you'll find an accompanying playlist to every episode.
That sounds amazing.
It's incredible. So we stuck up a playlist featuring music from all the bands we mention in the episode, so you don't have to leave and try and find them. Just go to the playlist after the episode. It's all going to be in there.
Even if you mention a band that isn't metal.
Yes, it still go on there.
I won't mention one.
Bad playlist. YouTube. We have a YouTube channel.
Ah, really?
Yeah, that's why I said that.
See, I'm
the
playing
YouTube-
the audience member.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah, thanks.
YouTube channel is very small and has 2 videos on it at the time of recording this.
So that you might put more up.
Maybe at some point in the future. Please
Right.
go and subscribe, have a look. You can see us on there. That's horrible. Don't do that. But we'll make more videos and stuff. That'll go up there. Just type in Make and Tay Metal. Please subscribe. You can send us
Sounds
a
great.
message.
Oh, where do we send those to?
Well, you can either go to our Instagram page at Make and Tay Metal Pod and slide into our DMs, or you can send us an email at Gmail on makeandtaymetal@gmail.com. Please send us anything. If you've got a band you want us to listen to and maybe talk about, maybe you've got a recipe you'd like us to cook.
What about an ailment?
If you've got an ailment, we'd love to hear about it. We'll talk about your ailment live on air.
Sounds great.
Anything you want, please. If you want us to test you for your driving exam, just let us know and we'll do it. Please follow us on Instagram. Please like us as people. And please subscribe to the podcast on all the streaming services, whether it is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, I guess that's probably a thing. Any podcasting service, we're on there. Just search Make and Tay Metal. Please like, follow, subscribe. And last,
Should I be pressing those stars anywhere, like the 5 stars? Should I press them?
Oh, that's a lovely hint for me. Also, please leave us a review. If you're enjoying the episode and you like the podcast, please nip on to whatever podcast streaming service you get your podcast from. Write us a review. Just make it 5 stars, whatever you write, really.
Should I keep the podcast secret and not tell anyone about it?
You asked me that question. No. Please tell a friend. We can't stress
What if
that
I
enough.
don't have a friend?
If you don't have a friend, go out, make a friend, just to tell them about the podcast. That would be
Okay. Well, thank you for that. That sounded like good admin.
You are welcome. We hope you enjoy the podcast. Please tell a friend, like, subscribe, send us a message. And I think that's pretty much everything.
Advert min.
Basically,
Advert
what we
min.
realised was that every single week I would run through the admin, and it was exactly the same. So why not just record a stock bit, make it a bit more interesting, chuck it in. You don't have to do it every week.
So I hope
Genius.
you enjoyed that, and you can play that every week now. So what's next, Si? What is next?
Up is messages. So we got a message. Is the big news in messages this week?
No.
Yes.
A real.
Yes.
What was it? Postal.
Yes, it came via
very good.
carrier pigeon, which was quite awkward because McMouty was flapping at his cage, his hutch, as the pigeon came in. Not for you, McMouty.
To the death.
Not for you, because your beak is in pretty bad shape after this week's album of the week. So this is a band messaged us as per.
Hello, band.
Band called Collapse.
I like bands.
Love bands.
Yeah.
Band called Collapse with a K. KOLLAPSE. Collapse.
Oh, so the K's at the front, not just a random K.
The K
place.
is at the front as opposed to at the
Cool.
end of the word collapse. Yep. They said hi and thanks for the follow. So we followed Collapse. That's how it started. Would be an absolute honour if you would consider playing one of our tunes on your show. Hope to hear from you. Cheers, Daniel. So thankfully, luckily for you, Daniel, we're very, very happy to play a tune because you guys sound great.
Yeah,
So
bloody love this.
I reckon we are going to play a tune called, or a bit of a tune, that is called, how do you say that? Knailer.
Knailer. And here it is!
And there it was.
There it was.
Really good.
Knailer.
Sounds awesome. And also
Yeah,
the artwork for that single and another single, so I guess there's maybe an album coming soon, is awesome. It's like
Yeah, it's very good.
drawing, or is it a painting of someone having all their skin sort of taken off their face, kind of?
Yeah, it looks a bit
So-
like that guy from that cartoon show with the sponge as well.
SpongeBob Squarepants.
Yeah.
Which guy? Which guy does it like from that?
The guy.
Oh, it does.
The guy with the weird head.
Squidward. Whatever his name is. Squidworth.
Yeah.
Don't really watch it.
As you could tell, yeah.
From old Spongy Squarebobs. Yeah. Old Squiddy from Spongy Squidbobs. I know.
Old sea sponge yellow boy.
Oh, you see Sponge Yellow Boy. What are you doing down there? Causing all that trouble. It also looks like, you know Dalsim from Street Fighter?
Yeah, I do.
If he sort of smiled a bit too hard and all his skin went stretchy and flew away from his face.
I'm wondering if his eyelids are being pulled really hard and far, or if that's just how they are, if that's how they sit.
Oh, let's have a look. Because you can't tell if it's sort of the eyelid itself is coming away rather than it being hooked by anything.
Yeah, it's
quite fascinating, and it's got.
Yeah, it's really good.
It could be a she. They have got holes in their cheeks. It's a fascinating piece of art.
Yeah, so check that out and
Love
check
it.
out the picture as well. Yeah, very very good,
Really good.
very good stuff.
Yeah, so if you don't know who they are, which you maybe don't, there's three of them. They're a trio from Aalborg in Denmark. And they, for the last couple of years, Collapse have been focusing on writing unembellished, intensely personal and uncompromising music with lyrics solely in their mother tongue.
Knew I didn't
Danish.
know what they were saying.
I didn't realise because it's a bit screamy. They take the plunge into existential crisis, isolation, love, and death. Their journey continues inwards, plunging deeper into introversion and raw emotion. Yeah, great, awesome. Check them out. I guess there's an album coming soon, and I think it will be fantastic. So, looking forward to
Anybody
hearing more.
else?
Thank you, Daniel and Collapse.
Anybody else send us anything?
Absolutely not.
Ah, come on, people.
Come on.
That was messages.
Band name generator time.
So, if you listened before, you know what's coming. If you haven't, Sai has a bag of
that's me.
dye,
Hi there.
and what we do is we use the dye to decide
Hey.
what the bloody band name's gonna be, and then that is the name of our next week's episode. So we rolled a 6-sided die. If we get a 2, that's how many words are in the band name. And then each one of
There's the
those
die,
2, we then need to roll another die, a category die, and then within the category die, we roll what the bloody word is. And then we get all the words together, make a band name, make a song, and then Simon gets to go to bed.
Yeah, and then that's the episode title for next week. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
6-sided
roll
die.
the die, Si.
6-sided die. 6-sided
Roll the
die.
die, Si.
It's 4. The number 4.
Oh, that's a lot of words.
Lots of words. Lots of words. Ha ha ha. It's lots of words. Okay. Category number 7 is the first category. That is monsters.
I like a monster.
Should probably update these at some point because I think we've had every
Yeah.
single one of these in a band name before. Monsters, get my die, my 12-sided die.
Yeah, it's probably time now, isn't it? Probably time.
Yeah, probably is, isn't it? Maybe I'll just make a monster up. Let me roll it again. It's Kraken again. Number 5, Kraken.
Kraken!
Okay.
Exciting.
And then it's category number 1, colours.
Ooh, what colour's the Kraken going to be?
It is an orange Kraken. So orange and Kraken. And then the next
Orange
category
Kraken.
is category number 3, animals.
Ooh. Kraken's technically an animal.
Yeah, it is. Owl. Owl. And the last word in the band name this week. From category number 4, which is medieval weapons.
Oh no! What is this?
Axe.
This is
number
gonna
1,
be
axe.
the worst band
So
name
owl,
ever.
Kraken, orange, and axe. Owl,
Right,
Kraken,
okay.
orange, and axe. So Matt is going to now use those 4 words to come up with a band name. He can rearrange the words. He can pluralize them. He can stick little joining words in if he wants to. But whatever happens, we will end up with a band name and a title for next week's show. Hopefully any second now, so I can stop trying to fill time. But we're never sure how long this is going to take. And every single time, it's very awkward for both me and the listener. If you're still there, which invariably you're not, you've left. You might have left in the first minute or so. You might have, if you're a band, you probably stopped listening after we mentioned your band. That's what normally happens. You go straight to the bit where we mentioned the band. You listen, you're underwhelmed. You'll drop us a little note to say thanks for mentioning us, and then we'll never speak again. That's normally what happens. If you're one of the listeners who is a regular, we do have a bunch of listeners who definitely listen, I think, all the way through every single week. If you're in that crew, thank you very much. We do appreciate it. We wish you'd tell more friends, but that's absolutely fine. Maybe it's just a little thing you want to keep to yourself.
Right, I've got one.
Okay, let's do it.
I haven't got many joining words because I went through a lot and they just didn't work. But this one I think works the best. It's Orange Kraken's Owlax.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that. Orange Kraken's Owlax.
Orange Kraken's Owlax.
Yeah,
so
I like that a lot.
So we're going to go away and no, we need to roll the die for the genre die.
Yeah. Okay.
For Orange Kraken's Owlax.
Orange Kraken.
So I'm guessing the Kraken
Owlax
is orange, and he has one axe, but it's made of owls, or just an owl. It's an axe of owls.
I mean, it can be as literal as that. Okay, that is. Oh, it is. That is category number 8, which is rap metal.
This Orange Kraken's Owlax is rap metal. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next week. This has been episode 33. We've been making Say Metal. You've been great. And here is Orange Kraken's Owlax. Here it is. What you bringing? It's Orange Kraken, and he's got a new axe. This axe is wise, and he takes it to the max. His fucking head turns round, and it likes to kill mice. Fucking drags it on the ground, and only comes out at night. Orange Kraken's our axe. What? Orange Kraken's our axe. What you bringing? Orange Kraken's our axe. What? Orange Kraken's our axe. What you bringing? Orange Kraken's our axe. Yeah, Orange Kraken's our axe. What you bringing? Orange Kraken's our axe. Yeah, Orange Kraken's our axe. What you bringing?